Well, it looks like I have a lot of stuff to unmold today. So I'm going to begin with the small things, like this dragonfly, which I prepare the mold first with micro powder. That's why I have the various colors. Pretty, huh? So I'll drill a hole so it could be hung. And whee, dragonfly. That's it. Okay. So that cured pretty well, I think. Everything's nice and hard. Good. Okay, so that takes care of him. Let's put him in a safe place where he won't get any goop on him. Just a little bit of extra little pieces of resin, that's all. Okay, I could take care of that later. All right, next. Leaves. Aren't they beautiful? They did spill over, so there's going to be a lot of, and that's the mold. That's the mold for the leaves. So, all this stuff can be cut away. It's pretty soft still. So all I have to do is take a little scissor. Let me get my scissor. And when it's only, let me put this down a little bit more. Okay. So I can just cut this away like this. It's pretty soft on the edges here. This is pretty much, I probably could bend it, yeah, but it's curing nicely. It needs a little more time to cure. So we just let it cure overnight up till this, but tonight it'll be fully cured probably. But it can always go 2 days. It's no big deal. But while it's soft like this is a good time to take off some extra, by the garbage pail. There you go. Snapped it off into the garbage pail. Let me pull this over to me a little bit more. Okay. And bend it down a little bit more. Okay. So that's the leaves. Okay. Yeah, about right here is good to display. A little close up. Gotta remember where the camera is. Okay. So we'll let that continue to cure in a safe place. And I'll do the rest of the leaves later. These will be done the same way, except I will cut them apart and do, because it's soft. That part is still soft, so do it when it's soft. Because by tonight, this will be pretty hard. And I can't just do it with a scissor then. Probably would have to use a grinder or X-Acto knife, something stronger, in other words. All right, we'll let that continue curing. And we'll just cut this off. Okay. Just gotta do it when it's soft. This is not as soft as the edge was, That's just spill over onto the mold. That's why that's there. If you don't spill over onto the mold, you won't have to cut that off. It's, oops, very pretty. Okay, don't know where it landed. Don't you love when things just disappear? There it is. Oh, okay. Okay. So let that continue to in a safe place back here. And I'll do this one after I finish molding everything else. So now we have the angel's wings, which are always very pretty. I like the gold mica powder. In here first, gold mica powder, brush it in. And that's how you get gold. And then the epoxy has sparkle in it, and that's how you get the sparkle. Angel wing mold. Okay. This needs a little trimming too, but I'll do it after I get off camera, just like I showed you, just getting some of this little spillover. They're pretty though. Very pretty wings. That's the size. Okay, put that in a safe place. And what should we do next? Oh, let's do one of the turtles. The turtle I did with mica powder on the feet and the head, and I put shells in there. And that's how he turned out. Let me see. Yeah, needs a little trimming too, but I'll do that later. So that's the turtle. All the turtles will be about the same. So I'm not going to unmold all of them in front of you. Do that later. And, well, this one I did put red glitter, so let's do that one. Oops. I did add a drop of black alcohol ink, and that's why they're that dark. I don't usually add alcohol ink, but I was experimenting. So this one came out a little dark, and the only trouble with that is you really can't see the shells from the top when you do that. So I probably won't do that again. Okay. Sometimes a lot of it's trial and error. Okay, let's do the cross. The cross I did with pink mica powder. And it's by Rolio. It's a very pretty pink. So just brush that in first, then added the resin with sparkle in it. And I've never done that either, is putting mica powder in first. So let's see how that turned out. Okay. Come on. All right, there you go. It's a little flexible still. It's not completely cured, so we'll lay it down flat. I love the color. I don't have any pink crosses. And the back is sealed, so on this side, I can fill it in with whatever I want, maybe some sparkly UV resin with some sparkly stuff, or white. We'll see. But that's how it turns out. This side is always shiny, and it is sealed, so I can pour something in here on this side. Always have to make sure this part is sealed over the cross so that I can pour something in here later. Okay, so we'll let that finish curing. It needs a little trimming, but I'll do that off camera. Already showed you how I trim. And we got another cross with a little deeper color mica powder. Really like this. That's Rolio also. So that was put in with a brush first, dry. And it's, I can't read the color. Can't really, don't see the color. But it's a beautiful reddish, shimmery, almost a cinnamon type color. All right, so let's pop that out. I probably will do this method again because I really do like having that color in there already. And then pouring the mica powder in after with mica, not mica, the epoxy in with glitter. And I like the effect. Sealed. This will be trimmed. It could be trimmed just with a scissor. Or this trimming tool that I got online. And the back, oh wow, it's a beautiful color, isn't it? Like a cinnamony, pearly, cinnamony color. And I'll fill this in with something most likely. I don't have to, but I probably will. Just embellish it a little more. Okay. Let's see, what's next? Okay, I just got these the other day at Michael's. They're kind of big and deep. They're for soap, but they're supposed to be a flower, and I did put mica powder in different layer, different colors first, and then I poured a glitter-filled epoxy into it. So let's do one and see how it turned out. And move this out so I can do it over here under the camera. Okay, there's 6 of them. So I hope they pop out easy. They also spilled over onto the mold. So that means there'll have to be a little trimming done too. Oh, they are hard. And here it comes out. That's what the mold looks like when it's empty. It's a silicone mold, so you can use it for soap or you can use it for, oh. Okay, so now you will not see the glitter because the mica powder is opaque, but that is pretty. And that's the bottom. That is a pretty flower. I did that with different color mica powders, chameleon mica powders. That is pretty. Just sitting on top of someone's bathroom commode, not commode, the sink. Very pretty, soft colors. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. I did them all the same, so I'm not going to mold them all in front of you. A little trim here on the bottom. And they're set to go. They're so pretty. I'm going to hold them up to the light. It gets a little transparent. Yeah, it gets a lot transparent. But this way it's pretty opaque. Beautiful. Hey, I'm happy I got these now. They do take a lot of resin because they're deep. All right, let's put this in a safe place. And when I say safe, I mean not sticky. Because everything around me is usually pretty sticky. So I'll move this aside and do the rest of it later. Let's see, let's do these sweet little hearts. Now this also, I put a drop of black alcohol ink, and I'm not sure if, ooh, I do like them. Now this, in this case, it didn't take over completely the black alcohol ink. That's the size of it. That's the size of them. And I do like that effect. There was shells in there. And you can see them. Okay. Let that finish curing. This one did spill over onto the mold, so that'll be just cut off. And see how soft that is? That can be just cut off real easily. Like that. You can see me. Okay. Good. I kind of like that. In this case, I do like the drop of black alcohol ink in it. Now this side is always shiny and this is dull. So I will use diamond glaze in a little cup with a brush and make this shiny with the diamond glaze too. It won't be quite as shiny as this side, but it'll put a shine on it, and that'll be pretty. You can leave it dull too if you like it dull. Okay, so I'll put these little hearts over here for now. And there's different sizes, but I'll mold those all later. And okay, let's go to, I made a new bird. And not sure. I think I'm finding a better way to put the flowers in, which is brush the sides first with some goop and then press the flower into the side, because otherwise it's hard for it to stay put. This is not sticky, that's good. I'm going to do the head first. So first we've got to loosen it up from the edge. If you have rheumatism or arthritis in your hands, you're not going to be able to do this most likely. Thank God I don't. And so we can still just have to loosen it up a little, let some air in. That's it, let some air in. So I'm showing you how to do an unmold. Someday you might want to try this. And I do give lessons. So if you're interested in that, give me a jingle or email. Preacher LD, Ray Lessons. And I do pour lessons too, so just be specific. If it's just resin, then just write resin lessons. Okay, we're getting there, see? You gotta be careful with this little tip of the beak. That's why you have to make sure it is hard enough to snap, not to snap that off. So I'm carefully going around the beak, and it's in good shape. Oh, wow. Now this is interesting because, again, I did it a little differently. Let me get this off carefully. Pull this off. It's a little hard, the tail, always, to get off. One, two, three. Hard pull. Okay. Perfect. Okay, what I did with this one is I put some mica powder on the wing first. Then I put in the glittered epoxy red, only up to here. I let it spill into the tail and into the head. And I used a toothpick to make sure the epoxy went down into the tip of his nose here. And then I put the flowers. And because I used a epoxy with quite a bit of glitter, not clear, you can see the flowers, but not very clearly. Not as clearly as when I did it with a clear epoxy. But I think it's still a gorgeous bird. I love his red head, and I love his red wings. So that is that one, and this needs a little trim with my grinder later. Let it cure a little more. I like the front. You can see some of it. So there, it's a milder, more mellower flower thing on the sides, but it's there. I think it's still a very pretty bird. Okay, so let's go on to the last one, the big turtle. The big turtle. So this guy, I tried different mica powder colors first. I made a mix of a lot of shells and some glitter glass, pink glass, that you can get at Michael's. Mix it with the shells in a cup and put some epoxy in it, stirred it to it made a nice little thick kind of paste. Put those in first. No. First I did the mica powder first. Then I put these in. I did the feet, the head, and the edge with mica powder first. And then put the shells. And this is a very deep mold. So if you don't use a deep mold pour, you have to do it a little at a time. About that much at a time. Or else it could boil over, what they call a flash cure. So let's unmold this baby. She's got a beautiful bottom. And these are usually different colors that I've used. So let's see if I like this pink business. Ooh. Oh, I do. This is so pretty. Okay, the head will be all coming off next. These are very big turtles, as you can tell. I make 3 size turtles. I make this size, which are pretty small. And I make a medium one, which I haven't got right here. And I make this super, you can see by my hand, he's super big. And let's see, the shells and the pink glass. And I also add, of course, glitter to the mold, to the epoxy. Look at this beautiful. That's a different color pink than this. So I use 2 different colors, and of course I use different color on the feet. So we have some contrast. I think it came out gorgeous, huh? Okay, that's for the unmolding today. Oh, here's the other little one. This is the other size. Okay, let's do him too, because he's ready. At the bottom, I did drop a couple of drops of alcohol ink. It has shells in there. The top is white from white paste with epoxy. I had some leftover white paste from when I do my petal pours. Nothing's wasted. This, oh, isn't it cute? I love it in the white. Yeah. This I had done with mica powder. And the rest is white. Cool. Very cool. And the black ink did not affect the top at all. Okay. I think we've done it all now. I've rendered it all. So have a great day, folks, and stay tuned for more petal pours. Bye for now.